Good morning, guys. How you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Friday morning, Friday vibes. Let's get you in a mood for the weekend. So as you come on, please make sure you click the like button. Please do it. We're trying to grow this. We're trying to get this message out to a lot more guys and help. Please like and share. Also, if you're on the podcast, please do leave a review at the end of the podcast. Comment anything down below. Okay, let's do this. Just before we kick off, the first sort of 20 seconds, I'll tell you about Training Like a Marine Experience. Training Like a Marine Experience is our weekend experience. Okay, in April, there's 2 dates. The first or the second weekend you can come down. It's going to come down. You're going to come and work with me. You're going to come and train with me. We're going to put you through your paces. Okay, it's all about developing your coping mechanisms, your resilience, your resistance, and showing you just what you're capable of. You will never, ever go through what you're going to go through here anywhere else in life, and you can just see exactly what you're made of. And that links on quite nicely in today's post, because we're talking about self-esteem and making sure that you can burst through your own levels of comfort zone, all right? We're doing a bonus. If you come and join us in April, you're going to get June's Train Like a Marine for free, or you can come to my mastermind workshop in Birmingham, totally free. All right, and that's both of those are £200 products, so it's pretty much like you're saving £200, and you get to come to great training later on in the year. Right, low self-esteem. So first thing I'm going to do is be honest. Is that over the last 48 hours, I have struggled massively in terms of low self-esteem, because I am finding it very difficult to transition from being a father of pre-teenager to teenagers. Going through the journey, I am hitting definitely, I am finding it very difficult to manage teenagers. Now, I love my kids more than anything in the world, but the consistent level of ungratefulness, the consistent level of rudeness and the attitude, it ends up wearing you down. And we're all only human, right? We're only human. And that has affected my confidence of as being a father, and that has affected my confidence in general. That's built up some negative thoughts, that's built up some anger, and it's affected my self-esteem, you know, the way that I look at myself within that, what are you trying to say? Yeah, that's definitely affected the way that I operate. And I went to jiu-jitsu last night, had a fucking great session, rolling around the mats, getting it out, and I feel so much better today. I feel like my self-esteem has risen today. I've kind of processed everything, and it's kind of cleared my head. So we all face levels of self-esteem or low self-esteem. Okay, this is not the first time, and it won't be the last time that I face low self-esteem. What we tend to do is go into this mindset of, feeling sorry for yourself. And that's kind of like when I processed and reflect on the last 48 hours and some of the incidents that happen, I kind of go into it and I go, I am feeling sorry for myself. And that feeling sorry for myself triggers your state of mind and the way that you think. And then suddenly everything becomes, a negative. Everything becomes a downer. I feel sorry about myself, about everything. And I noticed that, and I was watching this pattern emerge after this incident with the kids and the argument. I noticed everything else. And remember, I always talk about how you do anything is how you do everything. And that stimulates from your brain. And this is very much a similar case. As soon as you start feeling sorry for yourself in one particular area, you suddenly start doing it in all areas. And I was like recognizing this. I was noticing that this low self-esteem was building up. This cloud was building up around my brain, my mind, my vision, my life, all around me. You know, and I think that's where so many dads and men struggle, because suddenly we go into this feel sorry for us own bubble, and you know, we look in the mirror and things are not quite as good as they could be. We look at our business and it's not quite working out. We look at our fitness and health and it's not quite good enough. So we just wallow a little bit and deal with it. And a lot of that low self-esteem then leads to really, really bad emotional habits. So, you know, like drinking, like fucking eating Dominoes every night, or a curry, because it makes you feel better very temporarily. Yeah, you got it. And that doesn't benefit us, right? That doesn't benefit us, right? And we allow ourselves to be consumed by low emotions and we just stop feeling good. And I think what you have to do is trigger where it started. So I could identify it very early, and that was the kids. And that was the dealing with teenagers. And that's where it started for me. That's where I triggered it. And for you, you have to figure out where in your past 12 to 10 months exactly did your low self-esteem come from? What is the origin of your low self-esteem? Trying to deal with that and process that. Because in the bigger picture, this affects your wellness, this affects your health, this affects your fat loss, this affects your fitness gains, this affects your nutrition. And, you know, I'm a big believer in, if you're going to move forwards, if you're going to make yourself the best version of yourself, if you're going to change the way that you live your life, if you're going to change your identity and your beliefs, then we have to be in check with our emotions. We have to be realistic about our emotions. We have to understand more about ourselves, because it's things like so low self-esteem that affect our exercise routines, affect our decision-making in nutrition, affect our mental well-being. And all of these things are prevalent to you becoming a much better version of yourself, a thinner, leaner version of yourself, a fitter, stronger, mentally capable person. And it's not just like, I think a lot of people think it's just the exercise and nutrition that gets you to a better place. And in theory and in science, in practicality, it is. But unless you have the right state of mind to be able to follow through with those exercises consistently and sustainable, and sustain that routine, and same with your nutrition habits, and same with your habits, your routines and your structure, you have to make sure you tackle emotional fitness, which, like I talked about earlier in the week, and we have to tackle things like this low self-esteem. So what can we do about low self-esteem? Well, the first thing that you can do is recognize it. Okay, you can recognize it. Self-awareness is key. It is the biggest tool that you have in your armory up here that is going to allow you to understand and realize that you are in a state of low self-esteem. Okay, if this continues and you allow this to brew and you allow this to build up, you're going to become very anxious. You're going to be very, it's going to turn into depression. You're going to turn into the rut. You're going to turn to bad habits, and it's going to slowly go down a rabbit hole. So you must catch it and take control of it. It's just like a disease. All right, so that's my first tip, is be aware of it. Ask yourself honestly, without bullshitting yourself, without lying to yourself. Are you struggling with low self-esteem? Are you low on confidence? Do you not really believe in yourself? Do you not believe that you can achieve a better life? Are you down in the dumps? You know, questions that you need to answer. Okay, the second thing you can do about it is figure out what you're going to do about it. So something as simple as dressing up real nice, going out for the day, looking in the mirror and going, yeah, I look fucking pretty good. Dressing up sharp in your suit, doing yourself up, and then going out to work. Dressing up nice, getting all nice and smart, and going out for a date night. Doing something that is going to trigger an emotional response in your brain, that is going to give you an ounce of confidence for you to build on. Okay, and I've done this before. When I felt pretty low, I thought, do you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand in front of the fucking mirror. I'm going to get dressed up real smart. I'm going to make sure that when I walk down the stairs, the missus sees me and goes, fuck, damn, boy. Do you know what I mean? And this is what women do as an emotional response. When women are low on self-esteem, what do? They do themselves up. They doll themselves up. They put on a really nice dress. They make themselves look nice and sexy and make themselves feel good. And then they go out and they feel a little bit better about themselves. They get a compliment from their husband or their partner. And that's that little trigger that they need, that pillar to be able to build on. And you need that pillar to build on. You need to understand that even if you end up doing a workout, but you do a workout for 10 to 15 minutes, okay, that you are good enough to do this, that you can do that every day, that you need to do that, that you can lose the gut that you have, that you are good enough in the job role that you're in, that you are a good enough father. What you have to understand is that real life will throw lots of situations and scenarios at you, and there is no right or wrong way of doing anything. And you mustn't judge yourself against what society says. You must judge yourself against what you believe, because that is the biggest and most vital thing. You judge yourself against yourself, not what other people see, not what other people think, not what society says. And when you do that, you have no self-limitations. And what I mean by that is you're not guided by a set rule, a set figure, a set thing that you must be judging yourself against. Because low self-esteem usually means you're judging yourself against something else. You may be judging yourself against your mate, other people in the gym, your wife, anybody else, me. Don't do that. Judge yourself against you. You set the standard. If you meet the standard, then fucking great. Go straight through that standard. Go to the next level. But build. Self-esteem is not cured overnight. You need to do something like making yourself feel really good. Like go for a 5K run. Fuck, I smashed that. I did it. I didn't think I could do that. You come back, bang, we build on that. We build on it. All right, guys? And as you go into the weekend, start thinking a little bit about how you can build your self-esteem. How would you build your child's self-esteem? So if your kid come up to you and said to you, I don't really feel very good about myself, what would you say to them? And then take that your own advice. Okay, I've given you some steps to think about. It's all a mindset. It's all a mindset, okay? Everything around you dictates how successful you will be within your health, your fat loss, your fitness gains, your nutrition, your relationships, your personal development, your business. And that's why you must be in check with them, must be in control with them. You can't bullshit. You can't bullshit yourself. You have to be honest with yourself, all right, guys? And every single one of you are good enough to be here. Every single one of you are good enough in the job role you're doing. Every single one of you are good enough to lose the body fat, strong enough to lose the body fat. You're just going through a run of emotions right now. You're just going through, probably feeling sorry for yourself a little bit. You're probably burying your head in the sand a little bit. But it's time just to take some ownership. You fucking own that body. You own that brain. So you take ownership and start building up. Start building up your confidence. Do something that scares you every single day. That puts you out of your comfort zone. All right, guys? So thank you for listening. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I'm going to be on and around over the weekend talking about Train Like a Marine. And I wish you an amazing weekend if I don't see you. Thank you very much for listening this week. Podcasts are insane. We've picked up an extra 4,000 downloads this month, which is literally insane. So thank you if you have been listening. If you are listening here, please make sure you review. Please make sure you like and share this post as well, please. It doesn't take a lot. Just share it on your feed. And I will catch you real soon.